Your co-hosts are Chief streaming from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, along with Insidious streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Ghost from Ghost MAF streaming on Twitch. Welcome to Highway 34 Connection, the pod. The following podcasts are for mature audiences only, unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited as always. Pro Wrestling Talk, where we will sit down and we will discuss the world of professional wrestling. Conspiracy theories. Have a conspiracy you want us to talk about? Email us at highway34@gmail.com. Highway 34's History Lesson of the Week for World History. Talking Football, where we'll discuss the National Football League, the XFL, and the USFL. And the Honest 50, where the Chief will sit down with a guest and ask 50 questions, 25 from the Chief, 25 from their community. The Battle of Highway 34, the Trivia Show. Watch and listen as Ghost battles Insidious, or they battle the Chief. It is now time for your main event. Let's freaking go.
The main event? Okay, let's start this
Hello,
off.
everyone.
Welcome back. No, let's start this off. It's going to be quite quick. So, did you watch Raw Ghost?
I did.
So, what did you think of Cody Rhodes? Speaking of Cody Rhodes.
I did.
What did you think of his promo with Roman?
Meh.
I think
The
it's
way
funny
I
how
look at it, this is how I look at it.
I think it's funny.
The shows.
I get it, but I think it's just funny how he shut him up. The only person to shut Roman up. Chief doesn't know. What?
Yeah, I'm reading a lot of things. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. So the thing I've been reading is that not even WWE has decided which way they're going to play this. They just, like, a report yesterday is like, we don't know who's walking out of WrestleMania as a champion. They got ideas if Cody wins. They got ideas if Roman wins. I mean, and a lot of and here's the thing. Well, hold on, let me finish. And Triple H has this made a decision that either at WrestleMania or by July, by SummerSlam, the title belts will be split up. Now, he doesn't know how, because personally, he wants to get rid of the Universal title altogether. So he doesn't know if he'll keep that or if he'll or do that. But he doesn't know. He hasn't really figured it out. I mean, Chief mentioned maybe he'll just bring back the World Heavyweight title, the big gold belt. And also he's also thinking about bringing back the Attitude Era Flying Eagle title for the WWE title. But no, in fairness, the idea is some people think maybe the ones that should defeat the bloodline are the ones that started it.
Well, what I was reading actually was they were thinking of having Cody lose, and then they all get attacked, and then The Rock comes down and
that's not happening.
Cleans house. We're just doing a random talk. I actually asked him a question, but means you're here. You can join.
We're not doing wrestling talk. We're doing random talk. He brought it up.
Yeah, I brought it up. So means you're here. You can input on that because it was just one question that I had on what he thought, and I guess I can ask you the same. What do you think of Cody Rhodes' promo against Roman from Raw? That's the
Meh,
only thing I actually wanted to talk about because I just thought it was good.
meh. I usually really don't care about the promos a week or two right before the pay per view because there's nothing big going to happen. They got to make sure they stay somewhat healthy.
All right, this one here was just kind of surprise thing because we haven't done one in like fucking forever,
Oh,
and we actually had a lot to fucking talk about. I mean, hell, I haven't done a conspiracy theory since that whole blow up happened on him last time. And then Monday I was on and talked Second Amendment with.
Yeah, you didn't invite me.
I tried to call you. You never answered.
Uh,
So I was on here with. Yeah. What's his name?
Russian.
Yeah, a Russian talking
The
Second Amendment.
Russian. The man that doesn't care much about the Second Amendment. Because he
Actually,
wants to send his drones over our country and get us ready for war.
a Russian was talking to
Because
me about one of the guns he wanted to get, and I was like, damn, actually sounded kind of cool.
he's a Russian.
Actually, he's Mexican.
Dude, I'm. You can't let me just have a. You can't let me have a fun. You can't. You can't let me do it. Oh,
You failed.
shit.
Well, Chief, me and Dren here. What do you think of the new flag behind me? Well, that's fine. We can still do it. Like I said, we're not really talking wrestling. It was just that one question I had to start
Roger
it
that.
off. Now, we can still do one tomorrow night or whenever you want.
No, I don't know if he's earned it. Oh, come on. Why can't this thing work?
Yeah, my flag actually just dropped
Ow.
today, and I'm actually quite amused with it, impressed with it. It's really good quality. Quantity. Huh. Quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Insidious, you have been drinking. Already?
Not what I wanted to do. Trying to got ISO it.
Ugh.
This is
What do you
ISO.
mean you're gonna have a full house? Oh, hey Chief, we're going live. Uh. Oh man,
What's the problem now?
nothing. I was just being a smartass as normal.
Hmm.
So what were you looking up?
Oh, I'm trying to. Oh, I downloaded a file, but I'm trying to
Share it.
change the. No, I'm trying. No. I'm trying to change the. Extract the file to a different kind of a file. I know how to do that. I just forgot how. No, not that one. Like it's a 7Z file. I need to turn it to an ISO file.
Everyone, I represent the ghost.
You're funny.
I thought it was funny.
Anyway. So what's the next topic that you had there, Insidious?
Well, right now I'm actually doing some lurking real quick.
Yes, Chief, we acknowledge you.
No, I don't. I don't acknowledge.
No, we
anybody.
don't. No, we're not doing that. Okay.
I don't acknowledge anybody. All right.
8 comments.
I know
if we
I
have an
said.
Idaho update.
Oh, I do. I do.
Well, go ahead.
I don't know. Chief probably is not going to be able to probably talk on this. I don't know if I want to because I know if I get into this topic of the Idaho murder thing, it's going to set you both in a fucking blaze. And I know that he's probably going to get loud and wake up his wife.
Then do it. Do it. Do it.
Apparently, State Idaho House of Representatives has passed a bill to reinstate the execution by firing squad.
I told you that a while ago. You just now got that?
It was just posted yesterday at 9:47 a.m.
Well, I told you that that's what they're...
And this was on Fox. So again, why do we have a court hearing? Why do we have court cases if the guy's already, guilty? He hasn't even been to trial yet, and he's already guilty.
Can you honestly think? I mean, let's say, and I've already asked you this again, but I'm going to ask you again. Mr. Cards, if you would be the guy that's on the jury, are you telling me you already have your mind kind of already made up going into this thing?
Work conference shall be back tomorrow night. What?
What?
Private chat.
Oh. I mean, she's not there.
Gotcha.
Oh, I told him that no, he shouldn't have been looking at those websites with her around. Oh, well. He never listens. He never listens to us, does he? Anyway.
Shut up, Ghost. I just want to know, why do we have trials or anything if you're already fucking guilty before you even get there?
Yeah. Anyway, well, I think it's... Well, here's the thing. I mean, do you already have your mind made up about this guy?
The more they keep pulling shit like this, no. I'm honestly about to say he did not do it. Because the last time we seen shit like this was Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, but it turned out he didn't do it. He got found not guilty.
Which we already fucking knew. All the evidence they have on him is all circumstantial bullshit. Look at what he does. I mean, he's in criminal justice. Does he going to have rubber gloves? Yes. Is he going to have masks? Yes, because they do skits and shit. The list can go on. It's all circumstantial bullshit.
Aye.
And then they said,
Eh,
"Oh well, we found stuff in the neighbor's trash." Like what? If you found anything, you wouldn't have waited a week to arrest him. No, I think you were pulling DNA out of that trash can and placed whatever you could at the crime scene. So you're going off of DNA that you probably planted because you wanted to hurry up and and close this case, and he was close enough to the scene and everything else. Everything added up for them. And the way the FBI's track record's going, I wouldn't trust them with a potato gun. They have enough on Hunter Biden to lock him away for a lifetime. He's still running around, but yet here we have this young kid who's being treated as if he's already fucking guilty.
hmm.
And the one we know is guilty is still walking free. Figure it out.
Who's that?
Hunter Biden.
Oh, oh,
We know he's guilty, but he's still walking. They have all the evidence to prove it. But he's still out roaming around. Still out making business deals for his daddy.
yeah. Well, I'm not really in the business of really figuring what's going on in Washington. It's not my call.
I'm just saying, is if you're going to go after a kid, even if you're trying to frame the hell out of him, why didn't you put that much effort into the damn laptop you've had for about fucking 5 years? That's all I want to know.
Because some people are labeled untouchable.
Don't get me started on
Here we
that.
go.
That's Chief.
I know who it is.
Damn it, it's Juicy Melons. He can Juicy Melon these nuts.
What the frickido? But this might help. Actually. Now what? Diggs. What's up, G? Um, yeah. It's Insidious will say that. Nah, I'm not going to say it that way.
Holy shit.
What you looking up now? Hmm. The,
Ghost, sending you
anyway.
something.
Hmm?
Sending you something.
Okay.
Can you comment to yourself for a moment?
I'm waiting for the comment.
Just what's on Messenger?
I'm waiting for that. Oh, there it is.
Pay attention to the lower left corner.
Okay. Some Twitter accounts. Yeah.
Nope, those are the ones lower left. The YouTube one.
Oh, 47 degrees Fahrenheit.
No, the blonde girl in the left-hand corner of that.
Okay.
Compare her to the one up top.
Yeah.
What a resemblance
Oh,
there.
interesting. Very interesting. Hmm.
Well,
Hmm.
hold on. I got you another one. Give me a sec.
But what?
That's what
But what does it mean?
means. What I think it means.
What does it mean?
Hold on, another one coming. This is also once again I couldn't get the full screen. This one here. Pay attention to the second picture
Hmm.
with the guy. I just sent it, so you should have it right now.
Okay, wait a minute. What?
Kind of resembling a little too much here.
Yeah, but hmm.
Now I'm gonna hit you with this. Wouldn't be the first time that conspiracy's been thrown around.
Uh,
Nothing much, G. How's it going?
but what's your? Well, so what are you getting at? There is. I can't see differences here, though.
Not by much. A few little makeup jobs here and there. You wouldn't be able to even know.
I don't know. I see what you're saying, but
But the one thing you can't get rid of though is the noses. They are all the same on that girl.
uh-huh. That is one hell of a conspiracy there, Rob.
Well, what's even further is that one in that other picture, that second picture I sent you,
Right?
is in Africa.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to still think I'm crazy?
What, why? What's the point?
What wouldn't be the point? Fear, chaos,
I
things you ain't ever seen in like fucking forever. Let's
That
continue.
alone isn't enough.
Enough for whatever you want it to be enough. I love this. East Idaho News. Search warrant detail how police tracked U of I murder suspect. Here's all you need to know. I love that. Just that doesn't scream, left at all. Here's all you need to know.
Excuse me. World History Show. What are you guys looking at? World history. Are we looking? We're not. We're looking at I don't think we're looking at anything world history related.
Not yet.
I.
Yep, we're just gonna keep running that to the ground, aren't we? Same shit.
Hmm.
Keep running that to the ground.
So. Uh, okay, I guess not.
What?
I actually were watching. Have you watched any of the XFL games so far?
No.
Hmm.
Right
The
now I'm too
games
busy
are actually
monitoring
entertaining.
this. Right now I'm looking at this Idaho
Huh?
mirror. The news on this Idaho thing, they just keep running the exact same thing over and over. Oh, he's nuts. We label him as
If you don't want you to
crazy.
forget it.
That's the only thing they keep talking about. Nothing new.
Are you suggesting there's something else?
I'm suspecting they're all fucking nuts in the head. Oh, this just gets so much fucking weirder. Oh, I got nothing. You know what? I do have something here.
Okay, what you got?
Just sent. This is weird to me, and you're gonna find it weird too
So
because
there's
I've
something
never
that's
seen.
weird. There's something that you consider weird.
You're gonna find it weird if you look at the damn picture.
All right, give me a second.
You know what? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna share screen this one
Okay.
because maybe our viewers will see what I see.
Ta-da!
Of course, the ever failing New York Post is gonna have this up. Oh, come on, quit. Notice if this is evidence. Why the hell is it in the back of a damn truck? And why are they
Mhm.
carrying this one?
Uh, what? What is that?
That would be a mattress.
Well,
Both of them.
I can see that, but I mean, what's what is going on here?
That's what I'm saying. And I don't see any
Something is not.
pathogens pathogens of color anywhere on them.
No.
So yeah, that is really fucking weird. Very fucking weird. I just thought that was completely fucking odd. Because I ain't ever seen that picture before either, and there,
So this is people who had taken out the a mattress
contents.
out of the people that died.
Yeah,
Is it possible it's the girls downstairs moving?
no, because it looks like the police were maybe the one in the truck, but that's the thing I don't get.
Hmm.
How do you get that much blood, but call in an unconscious fucking report to where it's literally leaking down the fucking wall?
I suppose if they've announced whether or not this trial will have public view.
I'm gonna guess probably not. Um, Chief, sending you a messenger.
Why are you doing that?
See if when you get a minute, check your phone. Just sent to you. What up to the 3 people that are watching? And I don't know if I'm going to switch it over to world history or not.
Well,
It's Ghost's favorite subject, but that's all I have on that. So go ahead, Ghost, take it away.
for what?
Pick a history.
7-Year War.
What the fuck?
The only reason that's on top of my head because my wife's been having to read that today in her U.S. history class.
All right, well then go for it.
I don't know. Wait, what exactly am I supposed to be doing?
Well, we're gonna pick a topic and we're going to talk about it. It
How
can
much of the
be. It can be here. It could be.
okay? How much of the 7-Year War do you even know about?
Depends whether you're what 7-year war you're talking about.
The main one, the only one that I know of.
No, been a lot of them.
The 7-Year War. That if you Google 7-Year War, the one you're going to get is the one that took place between England and France in the mid 1700s, late 1700s.
Okay, well I know nothing about that, so go ahead.
Well, it was because of this. Okay, the 7-Year War had also the French Indian War with it, and it was because of these two wars actually ended up leading to the Revolutionary War. The idea was Britain and France were at war mostly for the colonies. You know, like England had the 13 colonies, France had the area around the Appalachian Mountains and down south. Spain had the southeast, and everyone was fighting over the Caribbean islands for some reason. Anyway, it was England and France for the longest time until after England defeated them. The idea was this, and this is where it gets kind of funny. We England sent a lot of troops over to the colonies to help defeat the French, and then the Americans were supposed to, or the colonists were supposed to help pay the bill, and the colonies were like, "No, we don't want to pay your bill," and that's what led to a lot of the raising in the taxes. Yeah, but people go back and say, "Oh, the poor colonies, the poor Americans." There is a lot of things that a true, honest Brit would tell you that would really make your head spin. I'm just saying, the United States of America history is not all rainbows and sunshines. Let me just tell you that much.
It depends. We had some funny ones. The Boston Tea Party was my favorite.
I
Okay, not by it was one of them, but my favorite one was the Battle of Gettysburg.
oh, what do you know about that one?
Actually, I knew a little bit. It's been a while since I've actually looked up on it, but it's been a minute. But I've always wanted to go there. There's been a lot of conspiracies around that one too.
I mean, everyone here knows how patriotic we are. So that goes without saying that
Well,
when I
the
talk
Battle.
about these things.
Well, when I say the conspiracies, they were saying around the time that it happened, if you were to go out there at certain times of the year and when it's dark, you could still hear cannon fire.
Mm. and that is where the Star Spangled Banner lyric, the and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting through the air, gave proof that through the night that the flag was still there. That's where that came from. Is because you know that the war is still fighting. You know that it's not over yet. But you probably already knew that one.
Well, just like one, just like a guy I listen to makes army cadences, and one of the things he said in one of his last ones
Yeah.
is "Fallen Soldiers." Um, it was the name of the song, but and he says, "Fallen soldiers, we live on your shoulders. We will carry your legacy."
Interesting.
And he's kind of right, because if it wasn't for the fallen, they're the ones that gave all completely. They
And the
risked
thing
their
is,
lives
when
for
they
us.
gave all, they didn't even know whether or not if they died in vain or if we were going to succeed. That's how
Well,
much they believed.
thanks to Biden, they died for nothing.
Hmm.
And would you believe how many Marines, SEALs have all came out and said that before they died for something? But when you pulled out and left Americans there, now they died for nothing. They didn't die in vain.
I I don't know what to
Well,
say
you're a
about it.
veteran. You tell me how that made you feel.
I'm not so sure if I'm allowed to.
Yep, you're not enlisted.
I'm not against.
And you have a First Amendment right that says you have the right.
I'm not against the federal government. I really am not.
I
I'm
am
not.
when they make stupid choices like that.
It's the difference between faulting the whole nation versus and faulting one decision. You know, because not everybody is for that. And the thing is, a lot of people are going to when elections come around next year. A lot of people are going to remember this.
Well, obviously they didn't.
What do you mean?
Instead of giving them the House, they gave them the Senate.
Sentence kind of tied, but
No, the tiebreaker still Harris. Same as giving it away. But the thing that made me upset is we actually did lose somebody we knew over there.
who's that? Well, which one specifically are you talking to about?
John Scheller.
Yeah.
That's the one that hits the
I know
most.
who he is.
I know, and I know you had history, but it still doesn't face the fact that he died protecting something and then die for nothing. You know, I think that's the one that hits the most. It's because, no one knew he even went. The only people that knew was like one friend and his mom and dad. No one else knew he even enlisted. And you know what's funny is I saw him 4 months prior to that, and he was working at Hibbett Sports, and he never told me that he enlisted.
Are you suggesting that he changed for the better?
I'm just saying he didn't tell nobody. That's why when I read it in the paper, I was shocked. because I didn't even know he enlisted.
Neither did I.
The only one that knew was Adam. No, not Adam. Who was? Oh man, I have to reread the article. But it was his best friend that was the only one that knew. Nobody else knew that he even wanted to enlist.
And yet, he gave anybody that wore the JRTC uniforms a hard time for wearing it.
You know how high school was?
All too well.
If you didn't fit in, if it didn't fit with the group you were associated to, you couldn't do it. Just how it was.
Just
Still
saying.
is, always will be. If you're part of the outcast, you'll always be an outcast. But the only thing is, I watched the jocks and preps make fun of the same people, but yet they hated each other. But yet made fun of the same people, talked with some of the same people, but yet hated each other. Never made sense to me. How can two groups that associate with over half the school have a problem with each other? It just never made sense.
The little things never do.
But now I'm looking back on a lot of things from back then. Um, I never had a problem with John. I know you did. But
He's,
the only one I had a problem with was his friend. Well, they weren't really friends because they didn't talk outside of that room.
I mean, and I forgave him a long time ago.
I look past, a lot of things back then. Like walking down the stairs and somebody would halfway shove me down them. Sure, I could have reached back and cocked them with an elbow upside their eye, but
You did.
no, I didn't. I could have. But I knew why they were doing it, showing off for the girl that was next to him.
That a fact.
Yep. So I played in. Not all the time was I an asshole.
Yeah. You were never an asshole when I was around. But everybody. What can you say? Everyone has their.
Moments.
Mm,
But back to my topic, but my point was that with that happened, how we pulled out the way we did, it just to me that they're right. They absolutely did die for nothing.
I don't think there's one person that really agrees that that was the right way of doing it.
No, you hand over millions of dollars in American equipment.
I mean, did
Uh,
I? See, here's where I did. Here's how I take it. Did we need to pull out? Yeah, it was time. We've been there. We were there long enough. We had 4 different administrations tell us it was time. 3. Um, we needed to, but not like that. It should have been slow. Should have been calculated. That way,
For one, you don't leave all your fucking jets there. You don't leave
people don't
all
know.
your tanks, your guns, your grenades, your rocket launchers, trucks. He armed them is all he did. I'm wondering if that wasn't part of the deal he made. Too much for not siding with terrorists.
Mm.
We don't make deals with terrorists. Well, what the hell did you just do? Let us pull out and we'll leave all of our shit for you. And then Biden goes, well, they ain't going to have money to fly them airplanes because they don't have money to keep the maintenance up. Nope, you just made it easier for them to make money smuggling shit. Obviously, they knew how to fly the son of a bitches. You didn't think on that, did you? You know, it's funny how the media went dark after that, too.
Because they knew. They knew. Because here's the thing. I mean, and Democrats weren't even all that thrilled with it either. They stayed silent because even Democrats have families that served, and they know.
Right?
You know, because that's the thing. This was not a Republican Democrat thing. This is a we just flat out let the Americans down kind of a thing. That's exactly what it was. I mean, there's no ifs ands about that.
Right?
Um, but it's over. So and now we got to live with it. And do you know who I think really takes is taking it harder
Hmm.
is the our military, the ones that actually got in those planes and left, knowing what they were leaving behind.
I agree.
I mean, could you imagine you being one of them, being forced to take that order?
No. I couldn't. And I don't think anybody else could either. It's one order they shouldn't have followed. Pentagon could have overruled him. But nope, they decided to let it go too. As in, it was a smart move.
How
Speaking
so?
of world history, add that to one of America's fuck ups. Hey, I got one for you. Speaking of American history,
Knock yourself out.
name one food America has made for itself.
What do you mean?
Any food that America did not copy or take from another country.
Cheeseburger.
False. Next. The hot dog wasn't even made here.
Mm, cornbread.
I doubt that one.
Corn was first discovered in Native America. Uh, buffalo wings.
Okay, so you have one.
Ranch dressing.
You have two.
How many more do I need?
That one's false. I know that one's false. It says right there, made in Canada. Nice try. Okay, that's fucking funny. It says, what food did America invent? And one of them is fat out fucking bullshit. Fajitas.
Dude, wait a minute, you bullcrapped me. Right here. There are multiple claims to the origin of the cheeseburger, but the one thing that people will be shocked to know is the greasy, sizzling, cheesy beef patty originated in America.
Yep. And you know what's funny is I just found another one that said it was made. It said it was made in America, but then it's on a Canadian.
Which chocolate chip cookies?
See, that's what I'm calling bullshit on because I know for a fact that was started over in England because that's on England's #1 list of England food.
We maybe did some trading. Corn dogs, brownies, the deep dish Chicago pizza.
Okay, once again, Italy, it's pizza, so they
Yeah,
didn't
but,
invent it.
yeah, but see, here's the thing: a true Italian at the time thought anything added other than the bread, the sauce, and the cheese. I mean, they would give you maybe the pepperoni, but anything after that, they said you're ruining the pie.
Pecan pie, I knew that one.
Where did this come up from? Now you're making me hungry.
Candy corn, like who gives a shit?
Okay, now
Chimichanga.
what? Hold on. We gotta talk about this. What is the heat with candy corn? Why is there a heat?
Because it's disgusting.
It's not that bad. I mean, I've eaten it. It's not that bad.
Okay, fajitas were originally trailed food cooked up by Texas. And what's mostly in Texas?
America?
No. The Cuban sandwich.
The Reuben.
No Cuban.
How is that possible? Wait, is it in the name?
It's called a Cuban sandwich. And it's made with fish.
Interesting.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Spaghetti and meatballs. I know that's bullshit. That is 100% Italian.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
Mm,
Right there. Best Italian restaurants in America.
oh.
Gotta read the fine print.
Well, why are you reading it false like?
Because it doesn't tell me all that.
Mm,
Apple pie, I knew.
apple pie country.
Wasn't new.
Hmm?
Cincinnati chili.
Well, there you go.
Speaking of which, someone told me one the other day that I need to go try in Des Moines that I've never even heard of, but I think I need to. It's called
Yeah.
Bennigan's.
Bennigan.
Yep.
What about it?
Somebody at work told me I needed to go there and actually try it.
Told you anything specific to try?
Actually,
How the hell did we get on food?
hold on. I have to show you this. It's fucking. You would not believe this shit if I told you.
This is not a food podcast.
This today. Monte Cristo.
Oh yeah.
But this is what it is. I'm trying to think where it shows you. Yeah, the Monte Cristo sandwich,
What is the Monte Cristo?
it's made out of like 3 different meats,
Mhm.
deep fat fried in a kind of a breading. and then it's sprinkled with powdered sugar and served with a raspberry dipping sauce.
I'm gonna slap you.
It looks really fucking good.
Now, what is this again?
It's called the Monte Cristo. Look at my camera. I'm showing it to you. But it's at Bennigan's in Des Moines. It's a tavern type place. All right, but that's all I have. If you have anything else you want to add.
Is there a reason why you haven't been interested in the XFL? A lot of people think it's more entertaining.
I just don't have time to watch it, man.
Oh, well, that's fair.
That's why I just let you tell me the scores and stuff like that.
Yeah. The former champions, finally got beat last week. The ones that were undefeated for 2 years. Like, damn.
I'm glad you actually brought football up. I have some stuff I want to talk about.
Oh, like more about the Packers?
No.
Or Mr. Rogers?
No.
In the neighborhood. I wonder why anyone never thought of that.
Actually, it has to do
With the Panthers trade.
What? I'm taking my hat off and wow.
What part did you read?
All right. So Dallas Cowboys traded for signed running back Ronald Jones today. And I'm actually kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
But now they're trying to trade for DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay.
So I'm thinking they are possibly going to cut 2 wide receivers.
Right.
Which my guess will probably be Michael Gallup
Okay.
and CeeDee Lamb.
Oh.
And because they're already got Brandon Cooks. They still have Ty Hilton, and now they're going after DeAndre Hopkins. That's 3 Pro Bowlers.
Did you see about all the things they're powering up the Jets with?
Dude, yeah, they're on the move too.
The AFC East is going to. We got to keep an eye on that. This could be the first year in a long time that the Patriots will be on the bottom. Can you imagine that? The Patriots being the underdogs? In what world is that?
Huh?
Fair enough.
Huh?
What's up? What? What?
Former Steelers QB Ben Roethlisberger considers unretiring for 49ers.
Ah! Oh, great. Great.
Sucks to be you.
Oh, boy. Crap, and I actually like Ben. Damn it.
Well, right now they ain't done nothing. Yeah, they haven't done anything over there in Steelerland.
what the plan is. Well, the draft is in a few weeks.
Oh, well, no, they have signed free agencies.
Now, to you,
And I don't know any of them.
how important are these first round picks getting a rookie? Because see, and before you answer that question with an obvious duh, remember people like Mahomes and Brady were 6th round picks. So the first round doesn't necessarily mean a thing. Yeah. Sometimes you just find that diamond in the rough. I mean, people are trading their are treating their first round like first round, first pick, like if it's gold. But you can they've been known to get fool's gold out of it sometimes. You know. What's your take?
Okay, I guess I misunderstood. Said Ben Roethlisberger says he talked to 49ers about playing in 2022. Steelers legend explained why he said no.
Mm.
That makes it okay. That'll make you feel better now. Now, what was your question for me again?
I said, why is it that so many teams treat these first round picks like is the first round pick in the draft all that important to you?
It is because
But
if you
here's
have
why.
a,
Here's
hold
why.
on,
Because
hold
you
on.
have.
If you have a player in mind, okay, and you want to get him before somebody else does,
Hmm.
that's what the number one is for.
I understand
Now,
that.
your scout, when you go and have players scouted, it's no different than playing Madden. Oh, we have him at a number one, or but the problem is with the game is they actually do get these guys at number one,
Hmm.
to where in real life it doesn't happen that way. A person they say is number one sometimes don't get drafted until the 10th round, if you know what I mean.
Right. But here, this is my point. People like Brady or Mahomes, they were like what 6th round picks.
Nobody was looking at Mahomes until Chiefs picked him up.
That's my point. Sometimes you
They
find a
they
diamond in the
seen
rough.
something that no one else did. Just like San Francisco saw when they signed Brock Purdy.
And now Jimmy Garoppolo is out.
Oh yeah, they already traded his ass.
I know. What did I say? Raider?
Yeah, he's a Raider.
Yeah.
Which who knows? Maybe he'll go over there and dominate.
I'm gonna put Patrick Mahomes in his place. Funny.
And you know, that ain't the first time we've seen that happen.
What?
Where they go somewhere else and they just fucking dominate.
I know. That's why we need someone new in the Rams section.
No,
Because
you
you're
need wide receivers
no Cooper
and
Cup.
an O line.
Oh, Cooper Cup.
In Madden, yes, Cooper Cup is all you need. But in real life, you need more than just one if he's double coveraged all the time. And then you try to run the ball and they shove it down your throat. He can blame what he wants on Stafford, but I watched a couple of those games, and I'll tell you what, your O line collapsed. He didn't have time to get the ball out. And then when he did have time, he had no one to throw to.
Look, all Mahomes does is throws to Kelsey, and that works. So just having one weapon is not a good enough.
No, he
Having
doesn't. If you watch the Super Bowl, how many times did he hit Kelsey? Like four or five?
dude, I do not want to go through this conspiracy of that Super Bowl again.
No, I'm not saying how he went to about 5 times to Kelsey, but all of his long throws were to his wide receiver because he had weapons. He had Juju Smith Schuster. Who does the Rams have as a wide receiver?
That's Cup.
You're gonna keep saying Cup, but I'm gonna
You
tell
said
you
you said
anymore.
wide receiver. Cooper Cup's a wide receiver.
Okay, who do you have at tight end that's any good?
Uh, I think their tight
Kelsey's
end
a,
is Higby.
and Kelsey's a tight end.
Uh, there's is Tyler Higby, I think.
Yeah. So, oh, and by the way, just to kind of throw more shutter your way here, I guess the Bills are looking into Ezekiel Elliott.
Nice.
Yeah,
How do you feel about that?
they got a good O line. They'll make holes for him because once he gets out, no one's going to catch him. Well, we didn't move much there. Brandon Powell reached an agreement today, a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings.
Hmm.
Reuniting with former Rams offense coach and Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. So here's one. Allen Robinson wants a trade from the team 2 weeks ago.
Where does it want to go?
It says Rams give veteran wide receiver Allen Robinson permission to seek a trade.
What, the wide receiver from the Rams?
Yep.
Told you. Good. That way it gives me more ammunition to blame it all on more ammunition to blame it on Stafford.
Huh. You may not have to worry about it. Huh. NFL world reacts to insane Jets Matthew Stafford trade news.
What?
Yep.
Matthew Stafford to the Jets?
Jets are looking at him.
Why, if they're getting Rodgers?
If Rodgers' plan backfires or they can't get Rodgers or if he retires or whatever by then altogether because they're not going to give him his deal, then it seems the Jets had quite a strong backup plan. Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford. And the Rams were welcome to offer the opportunity and still are if it doesn't go through.
What's that?
If the deal doesn't go through, Rams are willing to talk about a trade for Stafford.
Hmm.
Which means you suck again.
We sucked last year. What are you talking about?
No, they're going to trade Stafford and give you Zach Wilson.
Zach actually had potential. He did not blow it that bad on the Jets.
Nope, he just blew it when it mattered.
Really, like Dak?
Nope, Dak blew it when it didn't matter. That was the biggest fucking problem.
What?
Hey, we're not going to talk about that fucking playoff game. The last
Which one?
one. The conference championship round.
Dak played all right.
Yeah, that was my point. We ain't talking about that one. But every fucking game that didn't matter, he fucking lost.
Well, if it didn't matter, what's the big deal?
Because he liked to blow the games that didn't matter.
But if it doesn't matter, then
but those ones that don't matter add up. It's bad for morale when you start losing the ones that don't matter and winning the ones that don't matter, but losing to the ones that matter. Like you can't go out and blow out a fucking 10-1 team and then turn around and go out the next week and lose to a team that's 4-5.
Yeah, it's like when you play Madden and you whoop a team that's 10-2, and then you lose to a team that what?
Hey, I was playing
the Jets.
No, I was playing a Dak Prescott, man. That's what you call that. But that morale hurts, man. You can't build morale up and then tear it down.
No.
And that's what he did. He beat himself. The whole team beat themselves.
Gee, I mean, when me and you were playing, we really learned what morale does do to a team game. Makes you can either do everything, you can't do anything.
Pretty much, those that have the momentum win the game.
The ones that don't, the game freezes on you.
Nope, you just don't get shit. Can't run the ball, can't throw the ball. Can't fumble the ball, can't intercept it.
Well, my defense on that, you're the one that taught me how to. The R1 button was to keep it from happening.
And then there's the L1 and L2 button to throw low or throw high.
Mm. Well, hey, I told you that R3 was to throw it away.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. Yeah, and whoever you're going to throw to, you just hold the L1 button and it throws it up in the air. And then when I was playing you, it threw it right to the guy. I'm like, wait a minute, that should have went over his head. I threw it up high, but it didn't do it. Nope, just threw it right to him. I need to go out and get my Allen wrenches and put my sight on.
Mm.
I ain't done that yet. I've only had the sight for fucking 2 weeks. Yeah, there's my new sight.
Nice.
Okay. And the baby it goes on is right here. I do love that gun. So pretty.
Oh boy, and this is how you end up sleeping on the doghouse.
Huh? Sleeping in the doghouse? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're supposed to tell your wife she's pretty, not your gun.
It's kind of a toss-up.
You said it, not me. I'm nowhere near this one. I ain't touching this one with a 10-foot pole, brother. Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh, man. Do you have anything else? Huh.
Not really.
Yeah, me neither. Well, thanks for the 2 people that was watching us.
One of them being Chief.
Well, one's in yours and the other one's on
There you go.
Highway 34.
Oh, Chief. It's enough with the juicy melon.
He ain't even in here anymore.
Read the ticker.
It's not showing him in here.
Anyway.
Yeah, he likes his juicy melons.
Well, yeah. So, what's your take about Chief and Chief going to New York?
Maybe he's going to become a Jet.
Well, I don't know. He's big enough to be a giant.
Little Giant.
I'm surprised he was able to save the money up, man. To be honest with you. Yeah, I can barely even afford just to go out leave Otama. But
Yeah, the wife's wanting to do some stuff here too. She's been wanting to go to Canada.
what is up with everybody in Canada lately?
Actually, I kind of want to go because they got some cool stuff down over there in Ontario, man.
I mean, the wife is wanting to go to Canada also. What's up with everything in Canada? What's going on around here?
Well, Ontario is actually pretty nice. Oh, yeah. Like they have one tour, like the wrestling tour they have there.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking awesome because they take you to like where certain wrestlers grew up, and show you their houses. They drive by their houses and show you where.
No, that's not creepy at all.
Huh?
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
I said where they grew up, so you kind of get an insight of what their life was like as a kid or a teenager or whatever.
I know one thing. They ain't driving by Brock Lesnar's farm. He'll flip the fuck out.
He lives in Minnesota, not Canada.
He bought a farm in Canada. He has a dual citizenship.
Well,
you didn't know that?
Well, he's off the fucking grid anyways. No one will fucking find him. He said that.
Yeah, I think Paul said that he only has a phone only in his garage. It's like on the other side of it. Yeah.
No, he said that before. He don't in a podcast. It was a Stone Cold podcast. He goes, I don't like people. He goes, I don't like people touching me. I don't want them coming up to me. That's why I live on a farm out in Minnesota, far away from everybody. Nobody knows where I live. And even if they could GPS it, they wouldn't find it.
Yeah. Because Steve asked him, "How do you do that, being a superstar, like being with the fans and everything?"
I don't.
Yeah, but lately he's been more high-fiving fans and taking selfies with fans. He's been
Only
doing
because
that.
that's his moneymaker at the moment.
Huh?
It's his moneymaker at the moment, man.
Well,
You gotta stick with what makes money.
yeah, but he also said that he was shocked that the fans accepted him so easy with who he really was. They no longer saw him as this big monster. They saw him as the farm guy. Yeah.
Because that's what he is, wearing, coming out in that cowboy hat, the vest. That's got to be the best Brock gimmick. And how he's so laid back in that gimmick is just...
Because that's not a gimmick. It's
no,
him.
that's who he is.
Yeah.
in UFC, he carried that with him too, that attitude, because that's all he knew. Hey, Kurt, you gave me a bump on the noggin. Good job, Kurt.
One of the few people that he actually does like. Yeah.
Still funny. Good match, Kurt. You gave me a bump on the noggin. He's grew.
I think he said that. I think he said another person he generally does like is Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins has a good attitude outside of WWE.
Because I think it was back when Seth was like, they're about ready to work together. Seth and Brock were about to work together, and he didn't really know what to do with it. And I remember, I could be wrong, but I think they said something in the podcast about Seth finding out what Brock's favorite beer was, and then going out and getting like a case of it, and then
yeah, I remember that,
dropping it off on his locker room, and then Brock let him in and shoot the shit for a little bit. So easy to tame the beast, apparently. Just give him some beer.
No, you just when you get someone like Seth, they want to have a plan going in, what they're going to do, how they're going to work it, and stuff like that. That's what makes them who they are.
Yeah.
Like they found out how. See, that's what made The Rock not like CM Punk. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Was because of, well, we're going to do it this way because this is how I think it should go. And yeah, they did not. Nope.
They couldn't mesh.
Nope. Because he had his ideas and The Rock had his. I still think it's funny out of all these years, The Rock and John Cena are still taking jabs at each other.
But now it's more fun than it is personal.
Oh, it is. Cena said that. He goes, just having fun with it. He goes, we're both not really on TV much anymore, so the only way we can take jabs at each other now is through interviews.
And you remember, I mean, that one interview, he actually did apologize to The Rock about his ignorant comments about being a part-time wrestler and everything. And he said
No,
he said out of a place of ignorance, he didn't understand how crucial the movie business was and everything.
Well, it's because Hogan paved the way for a lot of wrestlers in the movie business.
Well, yeah, but his movies were mostly wrestling based. Rock is the one that opened up the door. Like Hogan opened it, but Rock broke it open. Like he ripped the whole damn wall off.
Movies were wrestling based. You had Suburban Commando.
Oh, brother. Yeah, but no, okay, I'll rephrase. They were either wrestling based or
they were comedy. And let's face it, The Rock does more. I liked his comedy stuff better than I like his seriousness.
Well, that's you. But
I do, because The Rock being serious is like watching him in the ring all over again. But when you see him being funny or making a smart ass comment or a goofy face, that's just The Rock being The Rock. That's what sets him apart from actors.
yeah, but the problem is, I think some of his comedy is too forced.
Not really. I like the game plan. That one was funny.
It was all right.
Cinnamon, look at the cinnamon. Hello, Sylvester. Is this maybe something wrong with your mouth? Nah. Nah. I remember that movie. That movie was funny. And the Tooth Fairy. Can't forget the Tooth Fairy.
I still am trying to forget the Tooth Fairy.
That shit was funny.
I guess I just everybody's. Look, to be honest, I
The stick guy
I'm not big on comedy. See, that's the thing. I don't like stand up.
wasn't no the stick guy in the movie The Tooth Fairy cracked me up.
I don't like that kind of comedy.
Oh,
It's just
how could you not? That shit was funny. You want all of this? What? All 110 pounds? And then you have The Rock.
Comedy is not really my genre, I guess. I mean, the comedy movies today are just not as. They don't got the
No,
class in them like they did back in the day.
no, you're looking at movies that kind of we grew up with, like Die Hard, more of an action comedy.
No, that's not it.
Then what kind of comedies are you talking about? Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis?
Huh?
Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis?
Well, yeah, no, there's that. But then, we kind of grew up in the Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler era. You know, like Ace Ventura, stuff like that. That was kind of like our era. But these, don't you think that the comedies today are more forced?
No, not really. It's just different than what we're used to. Times
But it's more,
change.
yeah. But I think it's more forced today. Like they're trying too hard to be funny. Like,
I don't know. Kevin Hart don't have to try to be funny. That motherfucker's hilarious.
fair enough. But
Him and The Rock segments are fucking funny. Or him and The Undertaker in the ice bath was funnier than shit too.
that was funny. But it's too shtick, man.
It's all about how you preference it, pretty much.
Mm. Yeah, me and you have different tastes. That's it.
Mm.
That's
Potato,
fine.
potato.
Yeah.
No, I was going to bring up something else. So,
I mean, I prefer a thriller over a comedy any day.
what one?
I say I prefer a horror or a thriller over a comedy any day.
See, I don't watch them anymore because, well, let's face it, when you can start telling when shit's going to happen, it takes all the fun out of it.
I, well,
So,
something's going to happen.
you can tell by the music. If they leave the fucking music out of it, you would never know.
They don't always. They don't always come on. They're good at faking it. Like
The
blah blah blah
the
blah.
Conjuring, first death scene, fucking music. I go, yep, something's gonna happen. Yep, there she is. She's
Well,
fucking.
the first death is supposed to be a gimme.
The second death, there's that fucking music again. Yep, they're fucking dead. And when you know it, hey, I bet you this white girl's gonna die last. Well, she fucking died last. It's the same plot, different fucking movie title. You've seen one ghost movie? Well, guess what? You've seen them all because they're all the same fucking plot. Just different actors playing them and different wording.
I guess.
See, to me, my idea of movies with fucking horror was like The Shining. Very unfucking predictable.
Ooh.
Then you had the original It. Once again, very unfucking predictable. The second one was too predictable, in my opinion. I mean, the remake.
I guess you got a point. When you get the original movies, they're unpredictable. But you're right. When they
Because
become a
they
series,
didn't have that fucking music in there telling you when everything was going to happen. Another one, the Amityville Horror, the original.
oh, see now you're bringing up classics now.
The fucking Poltergeist, the original
Oh.
Poltergeist,
Oh,
and Poltergeist 2.
Nah. Original one was better.
No, Poltergeist 2. There was actually two of them.
I know that.
No, but yeah, the first ones are always better. Sequels never any that good.
Well, except for maybe the Friday the 13th movies.
Some
Well,
of
come
them.
on, no. Well, in the first one, you don't get Jason.
Yeah, that's why I said some of them. And I didn't really care much for how they ended it either. So Halloween Ends. I did not care for it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even watch it when I heard.
Yeah, we were a little disappointed. I mean,
I'm
I get it. but I think
Yeah, but you can't make a guy that's been shot, stabbed, and whatever else keep coming back to all of a sudden, oh, now he can die.
well, spoiler alert. What the thing is that they took his power away from him.
See, oh, now he's supernatural.
He had power, but they took it away from him. His
You know what?
his power was fear. When they no longer feared him, he had no power.
Okay, see, now they ruined the movie. You
I
know how
I,
you know
I
how
said
I would
spoiler
end it.
alert.
You know how I would have ended it.
Hmm.
He kills a bunch of people and then goes, "That's it, I retire."
You are a psychopath. Not because you're partially a psychopath.
What? You couldn't say that would not be an Academy Award winning ending.
I honestly thought it was going to end with him and her burning down. See, I thought his weakness was the house. But I was wrong on that one. I thought you destroy the house, you take his power away. Well, like Freddy's weakness was fire, Jason's weakness was the lake. So I kind of figured, I don't know. Go back to the origin, I guess. I don't know.
All I know is it's kind of like even the Freddy movies were kind of hit and miss, depending on which one you were going to get.
Mm.
But no, all those old time horror movies, Jaws being another one, even with the fucking creepy music and you knew shit was going to happen, it
But
still
see,
makes you jump.
that music made the movie.
Did it?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, and the thing is, remember when he was in the cage, the music played, then the music stopped, and then it gets you every time.
Yeah.
But see, but there you go. The music in that movie works.
But I will say this. That is what drew me into the Insidious movies, is because they didn't have that stupid fucking music in every freaking time you turned around.
But my question is, you said music takes away the movie, but in Jaws, it's the exact opposite.
It was the only one that I've ever seen, though. But how many opening movies get you to jump without nothing happening?
That's because John Williams was a genius.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. Name one movie that made you jump right at the beginning without nothing popping up. Just loud ass fucking shit and a name.
Oh, like the Jaws movie? Yeah.
No, it's the first Insidious.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Oh, come on. You're telling me, look, horror movies out of this. You're telling me that not every 8-year-old was pissed his pants in The Lion King with the first comes up on the screen. Come on, everybody was pissing their pants. Like, what the fuck was that?
No, it was just that.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
But that's what drew me into the Insidious movies so much, though, is they left all that fucking music out. If anybody has ever seen the first one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like when she was talking about what Insidious actually was. Normally, in your normal movie, they'd have slow, kind of creepy music playing in the background. Yeah, something stupid there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he appears right behind the lady. And scares the bejeebies out of her with no fucking music.
So you prefer that out that way, because that way you don't know when to jump.
No, because you don't know when shit's going to happen. That music gives it away every time. If you did away with the music, horror movies would be a thing again. I promise you.
Okay, yeah, like in Halloween they would play the
like
the Halloween had a theme. Jason,
dude, it's got to the point. My wife loves horror movies, but she can't watch them no more because she's right. You're right. She goes, every time someone's about to die, music comes up, and you already know. So it's like, what's the point of watching it?
Yeah, but you don't know who's going to die.
Yeah, but it's kind of giving it away, though, of, well, someone's going to die. And it may not be this person this time, but he will die by the end of this fucking movie. You betcha. It's
Don't
still
you think it's
giving
kind
it
of
out.
also? Don't you think it's also kind of cliche on who usually goes first, though?
It's like they draw straws.
Okay, first it's okay. Usually, the comedy relief guy usually is like either closer to the beginning, maybe second or third to go.
The asshole guy is always first. The preppy little bitch is always second.
The pretty girl is usually the last.
Not
If she
really. It's
doesn't,
normally the nerdy one that's last because she's going to be the one that's going to give up the fight and most generally give him a good fight to the death. If
the
he
black
doesn't
guy,
kill
the
him.
black guy is usually near the end.
We had to go racial.
I have no choice. Or the Asian guy. The Asian guy is usually somewhere in the middle.
Hey, I thought of another movie of horror movies that didn't have music in it that I really like really well too.
What's that?
Um, See No Evil.
It had music.
No, it didn't.
It
When
did.
he
Are you sure?
when he took that girl's cell phone and shoved it down her throat, there was no music playing. You didn't even know that was going to happen.
You didn't know what was going to happen, but I gotta go back and watch. Are you sure? I gotta go back and watch that now.
Oh, dude, I own the movie.
I don't. Well, actually, I do somewhere. It's probably in my
That
bag.
shit was funny. She went to call the cops and he snatched her by the throat and shoved her phone down it.
Was that the first one or the second one?
That was the first one.
Hmm.
See,
I guess
I wish WWE would have let him come back as Jacob Goodnight.
you can't get rid of Kane that easily.
So I said they should have let him come back as Jacob Goodnight. The second one was cool too. When the morgue.
Yeah, I remember. Jacob Goodnight versus Jason. Who'd win?
I don't know. Be a good match to watch.
They're both silent. They're both powerful.
Money's on Kane.
Kane's bigger. That's the only thing I can think of.
No, Kane's just crazier.
Hmm.
Remember, that's Satan's favorite demon. So what the hell would that make Jason? Satan's favorite Punisher?
I don't know anymore, brother.
Well, no, Jason did do more punishing if you think about it.
I think he had the most kills of all movies combined. I think Jason's the only one that has triple digits.
Kill wise? I don't know. How many did Freddy do?
Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna look this up now. All right.
Which one did you look up, Jason?
I got the top 10 highest kill count. So I'm just waiting. Trying to. Ah. Before Halloween ends, the record won with 100 and 157
Michael
kills. It was Jason Voorhees at 157. But now Michael Myers. Wait, what? Wait. Michael Myers now
Pinhead.
has 160.
But Pinhead holds them all. At 200. At least 200 kills, maybe a whole lot more for Pinhead.
Really? Pinhead?
Hey, who is the strongest killer in horror movies? I like the number one. Death, Final Destination.
That don't count. Shut up.
No, that's really what they have at number one. Death, Final Destination. Number two was Pennywise, the Dancing Clown.
Yeah.
The Exorcist.
Wait, who did you say had the number one? Pinhead?
No.
I'm not getting that.
The Strongest Killer.
No, you were saying the most kills. You said it was Pinhead with 200?
No, they went in order. The top five deadliest slasher villains of all time, ranked by their count, was Freddy at 63, Victor Crawley at 64, Jason Voorhees at 163, Michael Myers at least 165, and Pinhead at least 200 kills, maybe a lot more in Hellraiser.
Yeah, but they didn't show those. That don't count.
Don't ask me.
No. We have to go by the showing it. That don't count. Anyway.
Hey, who do you have
Hey,
at
just
the King of Horrors?
shit! I closed out the tab. Sorry. Hey, speaking of Madden, you're up against the Chiefs.
I know. Nothing I can do about it.
I turned off him, so you can just play them.
Oh, you turned off Andy?
Yeah, so you can go ahead and play them. I kind of wanted to watch that one, but you never invited me.
I have my PS5's off right now. I might have to do it tomorrow now. It's already 1:22 and I'll be having to go to sleep. I'll do it in the morning.
Oh, yeah, sure, when I'm not around. Ugh. Ass.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that.
Oh.
Who can beat Michael Myers? And somebody put in here Harry Warden, my bloody Valentine.
What the? Oh, boy.
Through the Mad Miner is really just another madman with a masked, sharp object. He certainly give Michael some competition.
I mean, Heidi, my wife, she said that she would have loved to see Michael versus Jason, but the problem is neither one of them talks, so it wouldn't really go
That
that
was
far.
that was supposed to happen, and then they canceled it and made Freddy versus Jason instead.
Because Freddy talks, so therefore you had someone to go with. Trust me,
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember that when it got.
But everybody wanted that movie.
I know.
Well, I didn't realize that. Yeah, he's right.
Hmm.
In Freddy versus Jason, Freddy only killed one person. Why Jason blew through 20 innocents.
What made him innocent?
Who knows?
They were out. Oh, snake son of a. Oh. Oh. Shit. You hear that?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Well, if anybody out here there just heard a giant loud pop right before I screamed in agony, that was my knee popping.
And that happens to me all the time.
Mm. Here's a fun one. Who do you think you would survive the longest against?
What do you mean?
Any of the killers. Who do you think you'd survive the longest against?
Zero, because they're immortal. You can't kill them. What's the point? Kind of see where I went with that. Are you there? Technical difficulties. So I don't know if it's on mine or his. Ghost, are you there? Well, it seems like we're both having technical problems. I'm going to call this one a night, play the video, and hop off. Have a good night, guys.
Hi, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching this podcast.
This is the Ghost, and thank you for watching our podcast.
And I am the Chief. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.